Hello everyone, today we're going to explore the new features on Spectralayers 11. So we have a lot to cover today. The new interface is one of the main features for me. Also the workflow improvements, new modules. We have the we have the Unmixed chorus. We have the Unmixed crowd, Unmixed Midside. We have signal generator. We have a reverse module. We also have new visualization modes. We have downmix channels and composite layers and selector layers view. That is beautiful. We also have a very important thing that's called modules chain. We can create a stack of processes to fasten or workflows. And we also have a lot of improvements that we have to check today. So let's begin. And one of the big improvements is the new interface, and this changes everything because we have a new way of working. So we have not only a new interface, but a new way to create new workflows to our needs. And the best thing that we have now is we have the side panel on the right. We also have new tools on the left panel, and we changed all the modules that were up here in another instance, and another name is now all in here. We have this display that we can extend to all the settings, and we can, as you can see, drag and move everything around, and you can leave it as essentials. And you notice that I moved everything here because I have right now all these modules that I can access from here, but I also can collapse it to groups. So I have Unmixed, utilities, restoration, and I have this one that is called dialogue, and dialogo in Spanish, but I can decide what do I want in here. So for example, I want this one, and I don't want the bleed, and I don't want the click. It will be awesome to have. The river, and I will put here noise speech, and basically that. So these are my dialogue editing tools. So I have a new model that I can use for that, okay? It has the tools that I selected, and I can tweak this to my needs. Also, we have the new modules chain to which we can add processes. As you can see here, we can add a declick, and we can add a decreep. And if we want, if we have layers, we can select which of the layers we want to use, or those selections we want to process after that the first process way does its work. So this is beautiful. It's an amazing tool to have, and it will be a faster way to work. We also have the option to select our channels. In this case, it's stereo. Our layers, we have a new layers mode, and within the layers now, we have the option to clicking here and see once we are in the waveform way, we can tweak automation right here. So we can create, as you can see, automation. That is something very handy to have. And also we have the possibility to, we can also, let me return to the full view, and we can change in here from composite view to composite to the other view, and we can make a quick processing here. They make a mix process quickly. We can do that later, and we will have the layers, the option to see the layers working, and that's a very huge thing to have. We have new tools, as you can see, so everything is very neat and fast and easy. And we have, as always, our changes in here in the history. We have an undo, and everything that we are used to have, but in a much cleaner, neater, and faster way of working. So this is an awesome improvement. Okay, I want to take a look to what I just mentioned, the visualization modes. And the first one that I want to show you, that I just wanted to explore in detail, is the downmix one. And what it does, actually, if you right click here in this part of the window, so you will be able to click on downmix channels view, and what it does is creates an overview of all the channels in just one lane, so that it is very easier for us to tackle certain frequencies or stereo things that we want to edit very much faster. This is the way for that. We can have it in waveform view or spectral view. And the other thing that this allows us is, once we can get out of here, or either way it works, we have the new compact size. And this is new because it was kind of the same like this, but just with the volume out. We have now the compact size. Is much cleaner and much useful. And the other thing that we have is the fact that we can create composite view. And what does it mean? Layers view. And select the layers view is the right name. And this allows us to click on one layer and we see the information on that layer. And we can increase or decrease the transparency or the dimming of the increase the dimming for the rest of the tracks, as you can see right here, or have it all full. What I'd rather have is, for example, like in 80%, it will allow me to see what the content that I want to tweak and preserve that information pretty in my face, pretty upward and above everything else, and I can easily edit those things due to color code. For example, I can change this so that I can be more noticeable and not that bright, and you can see it's pretty cool. So that's one of the new improvements. If you click off, you go back to the regular or layers view. So then you have all the colors right here, and that is an awesome way of working. So let's keep going. We have a lot to cover today. So I have this song here, and I made mix songs to it, but I wanted to show you that there's this stream mode that I used. So that's the reason I have it ready, because it's very computer demanding. So the song is already here, and you can hear it's perfectly sounding good. Now just the vocals. It's amazing the results and the high quality that is performing right now in Spectralayers 11 in this sense. And the reason I did this is so that I can take this vocal track and show you the new Unmixed chorus process. So I'm going to apply this. And done. Once we have that separated, we can activate our layers, and we can see we have backing tracks and lead vocals, and we hit select vocals. We have them both in here, so we can see no damage at all, as again it's just transferring information between the layers. And an amazing result. Is just super high quality working here. And again, if we play it all together, still no phasing, no nothing, all high quality treatment right here. An amazing model. Let's keep going. So I have this song here, and the reason I have it is because it was recorded live many years ago. And as you can tell, it has a lot of crowds in it. It even has claps at the beginning and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is show you the unmixed crowd noise. And what it does is going to take apart the best way it can do it and separate all those crowd noises from the music. So let's do it. And this is how it looks now. And I have now my crowds away from the song. And we can make it louder. We can even, if we need it, we can actually see only that layer, and we can create, for example, an automation here. So as you can see, it's a very high quality process, and it does exactly what it says. It takes out the crowds out of the track. That's a beautiful process. Let's keep going. So we are back with this loop right here that we had before, and the reason I have it is because I want to use this new module called Midside Unmixed. And what I'm going to do, we have the possibility to make it expanded or standard. I'm going to use a standard, and all I have to do is click apply, and very quickly it will give us two channels, one with the mid information and one with the side information. So we can quickly do mastering things and stuff like that. That is very surgical work if we wanted it to. But if we want to, to expand a little bit the width of it, we can lower the mid or raise the sides, and that will be some of the tricks that we can just do with the volume. But if we wanted to go in deeper, we now have both layers right here, and we can work on them. We can do phase issue changes and stuff like that. So we can do a lot of mastering things in here and go back to, Waylab or Nuendo and do everything in there. That will be beautiful. So let's keep going. Okay, so I have this empty region because I want to show you the new signal generator that we have in here. And what we have is we have the chance to create silence, tones, transients, noise, and it's beautiful. For example, we can create 10 Hertz sweeps, transient, sorry, and we have this. And we can, change the frequency. Or we can create a differential from 0 to something. And let's make replace so that I can, and you can see that it made the increasing path in the transients, and we can generate a tone, and we have a preset here, for example, for a tone sweep, and we can apply that. And we can add noise, and we can, instead of replacing it, mixing it. And so on and on and on. And now that we're right here, I want to open the reverse, which is another of the new models that we have right now. And we just hit apply, and obviously we'll do the and we can apply that tone sweep, but instead of display replace, I'm not in the tones. Okay, now we have it here, and we can apply again the reverse so that I can hear it backwards. And again, it's a very useful couple of tools that we really are thankful for having within Spectralayers. Okay, so now is the turn to check out the modules chain. And this is underneath the modules right here. And once we open it, we get this interface that allows us to create process back to process so that we can actually create chains of processing to taste. And for example, make it one quick and make a gain change. And for example, let's make a reverse change after that one. So the first one will be this one. And we can click in here to set the difference. So we have -7 dBs that we want to apply to the drums only. And the reverse, I want it to be applied to the piano. And what it does is that I can bypass this, I can create a preset out of this, and once I do this, I can actually change what we have right here, and I'm going to make this selection so that we can make it noticeable, and I'm going to click apply. And now we have lower drums and the reverse piano. This is how it was. So as you can see, we can do pretty awesome things like, taking out, making, dialogue separation, and then processing the background and doing match EQ to the dialogue to, batch process that. That will be like an awesome thing to do, and it can be done. So this is an awesome tool to have, and it will change my workflow definitely. And now is the turn to talk about batch process that you can find in the file menu, batch process, Command B in my case. And what you do here is you can add files, as I am doing right now, and I can decide what process to put on it, and I want to do a mixed noisy speech, so that I can take all the noise out of that. And we decide where to put it at and all the layers, or if we want a mix down of that process that we're going to do. In this case, I want all the layers apart and in 24 bits or automatically. In this case, I'd rather have it 24 bits. And all I have to do is press process, and I'm going to do that. And once it's done, I'm going to be back so that I can show you what the process has resulted like. And we are back. And this is what we get on this folder. We get all the batch process, a file with the noise track for each process, and the speech track for each. So as you can see, all the tracks have the same material. And this can come pretty handy if I can see myself doing that very often. So let's keep going. Well, as you can see, Spectralayers 11 comes packed with super tools. It also has a lot of improvements in certain modules like the drums, a mix, there's a mix on, mix modules, a mix, multiple voices, voice denoising. He has a new clipping mode, and certain things, selecting tools for feathering and things like that are super awesome too. But I wanted to highlight the main features and the things that will make you switch to Spectralayers. If you're new to Spectralayers, you haven't bought it yet, please take that leap of faith and trust me when I say this is the best tool you have to do denoising, to do restoration, to do spectral editing. And the fact that you can have layers and that you can drop them in Nuendo, for example, that's something that you have to take in consideration as well. This is the best tool by far, from my perspective, for working with denoising, restoration, and spectral editing. Don't hesitate to upgrade. Hopefully all we have shown you here will help you make a choice and decide to upgrade to Spectralayers 11. I'm very proud to be part of this. So see you in the next one.